Morning, welcome back on this sunny day. Right, today I'm going to put on some sunflowers, some cucumber merlins and some Ilse onions. These are the third sows and there's only five germinated. You know, I think I've had really poor germination, but the Kelsey in the other greenhouse germinated great. Right, and we're also going to sow some squash, crown prince, and I've also sowed some cobra beans and a dwarf variety called Pongo. It's perfect time to be starting climbing and run the beans off now. Then after that we'll go off in the garden and we'll go and lime two of the beds ready for the cabbages and the sprouts, and then we'll sow some parsnips. So what it is, you know, so I just do them like that and I just tip them out. You know, like they've got good root ball systems on them. There we go. Wow, look at that. That's good root systems, isn't it? Right, so this one I'm doing first is Ronnie Orange. So I'll just separate them. I think I better tip some of that out. Actually, I didn't think the roots would be that good. And then we'll just fill them in. Yes, I'm just using the ordinary multi-purpose compost. Right, so you always lift them up by that one there, not the true leaves, because you might damage them. So we'll put that in there and we'll fill them round. There we'll go by that one there. Take a little bit more out. Got fantastic roots on them. Take a little bit more out. Right, these pots are about 4 inches, and the ones I'm going to put the onions in are about 5. You know, so I'll still probably have to pot these ones up again. Just gently firm, and always label. Right, I'll just put them there. You know, so I'll give them all a good soak when when I've done them. Right, let's do the sunflower giant. I'm really looking forward to seeing how these grow in the summer. That's it. Wow, look at the roots on that. Right, so we'll just separate them. And just same again as we did with the other ones. You know, like they're pretty dry, so you know, I'll give them a good soak. You label in so they don't get mixed up with the other ones. They're the seed leaves. And ones there, you know, like use them. There we go. Better take a little bit more of that out. The garden's going to be absolutely beautiful in the summer with all the flowers I've grown this year. And I'm going to have like marigolds in the greenhouses with the tomatoes. Right, let's do the merlins now. You know, I grow these every year. Plonk these in there. There we go. Right, that's them done. Right, next is we'll do the Crown Prince. So I'm just going to do about 2 or 3. There's 3 there. I'll put them ones back. What you do is you put them on the edge. You know, you put them on the edge so you know that they don't rot. So right, I'll just cover them. Right, next as we'll do the ailsa. I mean, these have got good root systems on as well, so just try and get them out of the. There we go. That's a better one. Good root system. Plug it in there. Squeeze it out gently. We'll do the last one. Right, that's a nice bit of potting on. You know, it's a busy time, so it's always nice to get jobs done. Just leave them there. Right, let's go outside. I'll take this down and we'll go and lime the beds. Right, so I'm just going to do 2 beds. You know, it's I normally lime about 3 weeks before I'm going to plant the cabbages in. But I mean, like, check your pH of the soil. If your pH soil is about 6.5 or less, I would recommend you do this because it helps with club root. So I mean, like, these beds are all, you know, like they were tickled over in the autumn and winter, so you know, like they've had time to settle down. So with about 3 weeks to go before I start planting anything, I'm going to lime them, then I'll rake them in, then hopefully, you know, we'll get a bit of water, bit of rain, then it'll. So I'll just go on like that. Maybe it's a bit windy today, but you know, like, give it a good, you know, it's just a normal garden lime. You know, I do this every year, and if you have a look at me, you know, like some of my videos, you know, like the cabbages and the sprouts and the collies are really big. Right, let's do this one. You know, like, don't be shy to put it on. It's not like putting salt and pepper on chips. Put it on. Right, I'm happy with that. Just put a little bit more on there. Right, we'll rake in, and we just need some rain to wash it in a bit. So if your soil is less than 6.5 pH, it needs to be about 6.5 to 7. I mean, that's perfect. You know, like, you can buy the kits. You know, there's different ones, but you know, they all do practically the same. Don't need to buy an expensive one. You know, so I don't know if you've noticed, but I grew brassicas in these last year, and I'm going to give them another go because I had no problems and no diseases. So let's give them another go. Right, I'm pleased with that. Right, that's another job ticked off. Right, let's go and do some parsnips. Right, so the variety I'm going to grow is Gladiator. So, right, it's what I like to do is I like to put a, just get an old cane and we'll do it like that. And I like to sow about 2 seeds per station. And with parsnips, I would recommend you buy brand new seed every year because they're terrible for germinating. So I'm just going to put, it could take up to 5 weeks to germinate. So I think I say 2 seeds per station. And I'll thin to the strongest one. But I mean, this is me go-to variety. I love Gladiator. I think next month I will sow some more. And this weekend I'm going to get all my onion sets in. Right, I'm pleased with that. I've just put the spares in. There we go, and I'll cover them up. So I did water this morning, but I'll give them another watering. I think that's about it for the day. Right, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care, bye for now.